Hi guys, it's Tash from Weight Off Wellness, and today I'm with Colin. Hiya, Colin. Welcome.
Hi, Tash.
Hi. Would you like to start by giving us some information about yourself and your kind of expertise within the wellness industry?
Yeah, so I'm a Kiwi. I'm from New Zealand, but I live in Brazil. I started into wellness and studying human development and well-being way back in New Zealand when I was young. And then I thought I'd do what Kiwis do, put on a backpack and travel the world. And I ended up in Brazil, and I thought I'll stay here a while. And that was 28 years ago.
Long
So
time.
I'm half Brazilian. This half is Brazilian and this half is Kiwi. And along the way, I've always been fascinated with the electrical side of the human, meridians, the aura, the side of our life, the subtle side. I can often see energies in rooms and around people. And the connection between that and the mind and the emotion, I find amazing and fascinating because we have a thought and the body, because we have a thought that affects our emotions, the emotions affect our aura,
Mm.
that's then permeating our body. And this movement between the different parts of ourselves is so fascinating. So I studied different segments of this, and over time have developed this one system I call Equilibrium Plus, where I really offer a person to look at past, present, and future. And we look at what needs attention, mind, emotions, or personal energies, and take it from there.
Mm. Yeah, the auras are very interesting. I recently attended like some little masterclass on that, just literally touching the edges, is that the right way of saying it? Of seeing auras and figuring out, I don't know, kind of getting more attuned to them. Or I don't know if I'm saying that the right way. But yeah, it's really interesting because it can change, can't it? Depending on your mood, the aura that you give out, kind of thing. Okay, so where did all of that begin for you then? All of that interest? Where did it start?
I remember when I was when did it start? I think I remember my mum borrowed a book, and she had it in the house. I was only 13. And she didn't actually end up reading it, but I picked it up. It was called Wisdom of the Mystic Masters. And
Mm.
I opened it up and I saw the word aura, I saw the word astral light, I saw astral travel. And I just, that moment of recognition, like finally it seemed like sanity. Finally, we're talking about things important. Finally, we're talking about things amazing. And I remember running around and trying to talk to people about it. And of course, there was this like, are you talking Chinese? Why are you so excited about this? But I've always been excited about it. And so that was really the start. Then I went to different aura classes and checking many different things out. And it just developed over time. It's been a long process of personal experience and, of course, learning from the wisdom of others. I mean, we live in an amazing time that so many great people have lived, and you can literally go online and catch wisdom and techniques and methods, including today. There's great people doing great work today.
Mm. So, who are the typical people that come to see you then? What are the characteristics or things that they're experiencing that you often find?
The regular therapy I'm doing seems to be doing more for men between
Hmm.
like 30 and 60, because I don't know why actually. I've got to say because, but I'm not sure why. I just think men, they open up a little bit more with another man, and I sort of understand challenges that men can have. We have the sensitive side, but how to deal with it, how to try to stay a warrior and tough, and at the same time have your sensitive side. So ongoing therapy, I do a lot with men. But on the other hand, when I do workshops and lectures, it's like 90% women. So
Mm.
it's a mix. The women are definitely more sensitive, and I think tuning to the new energies of this time better than men. And this again is one of the challenges we men have is to tune into the times that we're in.
Okay. So, when you
Yeah.
say tuning into the energy that we're in, what does that mean? Like dumbing that right down? What does it mean?
Well, the planet's not where it was yesterday in the galaxy, and the galaxy's not where it was yesterday in the universe. So every day's got a kind of frequency.
Mm.
Like we call it today's Monday. Is it what day? What day is today?
It's
Today's
Saturday.
right. Saturday, right.
Yeah.
See how tuned in I am. That's an example of being tuned in. I have no idea what day it is. But one thing I do every day, and I recommend people do, is tune into the day. You might forget what day it is, but tune into the day, because there are new energies arriving. Today's not, it's not the same Saturday as last Saturday. That's what I wanted to say. And so we feel it. We meet somebody, it's easy to think, oh, there's Tash, but it's a different Tash from last week because things have changed, new ideas, new feelings. So life is a going on, moving thing, and that tuning into how it is now. And it's the same with the planet. It's not the same energies that were around in the 60s, for example.
Mm. Okay, so what does a session normally look like then? What can people expect when they have a session with you?
Well, I explain, first of all, why past, present, and future, because I'm a life coach, but I'm also a therapist. And I got a bit frustrated just doing therapy because there's a point when you have to kind of look at the map ahead. And I got frustrated doing life coaching because there's a time you have to clear up things from the past. And there's also some like in the moment skills to do with mindfulness and breathing and things like that. So I explained that look, we're gonna look at the three time zones, past, present, and future. And really it's very organic. So like where do you feel you're stuck? Where do you feel you need help? And sometimes it'll start in the past, and we'll look at the others eventually too, the other time zones. And then the other segments are mind, emotions, and energies. What's going on with you? Is it an emotional thing? Do you feel stuck mentally? In the end, there's a connection between all these dynamics, but there's normally something that's come to the front of a person's consciousness that needs to be dealt with.
Hmm. And is this more of like a talking kind of coaching through, or is it quite an active thing as well?
It's quite active. I have one-on-one and then I do groups as well. When
Hmm.
it's a group, and I can do for an individual as well. I can compact different methods into a time frame so a person can or a group can walk away with results and something to apply later. And with the individual, it can be like that, or it can be an ongoing therapy process, coaching therapy process. And so part of it's conversation, of course, and I don't know, maybe a third of it is activity, third to a half. There's definitely activity, especially at the beginning, because when we sit down to talk with somebody, the influences of today and yesterday are in our aura, they're in our system. So you not often you actually meet a person really clear to engage. We're always
Mm.
bringing a residue from our last engagements. So right at the beginning, we do some clearing exercises so we can engage fresh.
Hmm.
And that's already helpful. And then start tuning into what the needs are and take it kind of organically from there.
Hmm. And who are your workshops for? So I know you have a workshop as well with us.
Who are they for? You mean the kind of like, in
Is
what
it
way?
is it more like for a corporate kind of group of people, like in the workspace, or just like a group of friends? How do
I
you
have I
normally?
have done corporate, I've done universities, and
Mm.
I've done just generally from the public coming in. So it's flexible in that sense. I'm not a what do you call it, career coach
Hmm.
specifically. I
Yep.
like to deal with people in their life sort of thing, like where are you at in your life. But of course, at some point, if you're not clear in your life personally with different issues, it affects your university, affects your work.
Mm.
So um, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's very broad, I guess, in that sense. But I think it's when people start recognizing there's something wrong, there's a piece of the puzzle missing, there's something bothering me, the past is taking up too much of the present, that kind of thing.
Mm. And what would you say then are the benefits that people receive or that you notice from your clients? What are the main things? Putting you on the
Often
spot.
there are physical benefits. Like I had a lady who had migraines for over a 20-year period, and once she learned how to clear her aura, she never had a migraine again. She used
That's
to have them for
amazing.
like 2 weeks, and I know a migraine is like terrible just for one day. So there are physical results, but that's not the main kind of proposition. Uh, I guess the main results is you really clear up all those little nodules from the past that still bother you, those traumas, right back from any childhood age to the present. Some things happen to us and little traumas, everybody has something. There's normally about 15 to 20 things that get stuck in our system. because we don't know how to express them out emotionally. Culture doesn't let us express them out emotionally. And so they get stuck, and then they start kind of emanating into the present. So the present starts losing its joy and sense of freedom because we've got this like beacon, bam, bam, inside our system. And then mapping out the future, because if we're not clear where we're going, you don't feel like the captain of your own ship. You feel like you're on a bit of driftwood, just floating around, subject to influences externally.
Hmm.
And there are so many influences externally today that your little bit of driftwood can start spinning fast and you just feel quite lost. So it's great to have a map to know what you're doing despite world circumstances.
Mm. Yeah, you describe so many things that I can relate to, and I think everyone can relate to, of the different feelings there for sure. Where do you do all this? Is it all online?
Well, I started getting back online or started working online just about a year ago. A friend said, I have a client in Iceland. I need somebody to work with this person. I wasn't doing Zoom before that for this type of work. It was all face to face or in groups and halls and things. And yeah, I found out that it worked equally as well online. So I hadn't got back after COVID to doing it face to face. I've been doing other projects. And so I've been building it up again, starting to work again, doing it
Hmm.
online and getting the same results. Of course, there's some things are not so nice, right, as being in the same room with a person.
Mm.
But the fact that I can deal with people in Iceland and other countries and get the results is amazing.
Yeah, 100%. And what would you say is the biggest practice or habit that has impacted your life in a positive way? Putting you on the spot.
Wow.
So the
Yeah,
biggest kind
it's
of
a good
practice
question.
or habit that you think actually that's really impacted me and my life, my
Yeah,
mindset, physically. I'm really putting
yeah,
you on the
it's
spot.
hard.
Sorry.
It's all right. I think developing sensitivity to atmospheres and energies is the central thing for me because
Mm,
you walk into a room, there's already an atmosphere, and we have a kind of osmosis. We start soaking that starts coming into us. You
mm,
deal with somebody, and we all know it, but we don't talk about it much. You deal with somebody, and there's a kind of positive effect or a slightly like effect, or kind of neutral. And that's going on all the time. And I find it just so amazing because you can't actually escape it. We're like fish in a fish bowl or in the sea. And we think we're free, but actually we're just moving from electrical ecology to electrical ecology. So the more you can take control of your immediate like aquarium and
mm,
the aquarium of your house by learning how to electrically clean your house, a little bit of feng shui,
mm.
um, it really makes all the difference.
Ah, yeah, I have looked into that before, about feng shui. Is that how you say it? Yeah,
It's
that's
probably
very
not how you say it. Don't
interesting.
ask me. It's probably
Yeah, but I know
that's
what you
the
mean.
Kiwi way. That's the Kiwi way.
Yeah, yeah, that is yeah, that's really interesting. And I love how you describe that as well, the aquarium aspect visually.
Yeah.
So thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you for your time, Colin. And please seek Colin out on Weight Off for Wellness and all of his amazing experiences. Thank
Thank
you.
you guys for this platform. It's fantastic that you've gathered together so many wonderful practitioners. I throw myself in there, wonderful
Yeah.
practitioners,
Well, we
but a
can't do
really
it without
helpful.
you. So
Yeah. So thanks, Tash. Thanks so
mhm.
much.
Thank you.